Regis, you just finished intense workout,
Right.
getting ready for Devin Haney, December 9.
Yep.
You know, we've caught up several times throughout camp already, and you're really in the thick of it right now with the fight being a little over
3 weeks away.
a little
Yep.
over 2 weeks away. That's right. What have you learned from yourself throughout this camp as you're getting ready for Devin Haney?
As far as learning for myself, man, I've been having the tools forever. It's just like this camp is just, you know, it's longer. It's been longer. You know, I compare this camp for me to like the Zapata camp. You know, the Zapata camp was a real long camp for me. It was really long and it was really hard. Same thing with this camp is really long. It's like usually I would do like an 8-week camp, like a 2-month camp, and this time, you know, I did it for about 4 months, so I kind of doubled the time. Same thing with the Zapata fight. I was double because I was actually, you know, with the Zapata fight, I was supposed to fight Victor Postol in Saudi, but they gave me an option to fight for the belt, so obviously I fought for the belt instead of fighting Victor Postol. And so same thing with this camp, man. It's been a really long camp. But at the same time, it's just been exciting. It's a different feel to this camp because it's everybody really excited. You know, like sometimes my team might get too excited, but you know, everybody's really excited. And you know, just for me, just working on things, like a lot of things that I need to work on. You know, obviously, you know, I know I have the tools to do a lot of stuff, but you know, we just putting all the pieces together, and man, everything been just coming out super good.
I mean, you're confident to begin with, but I'm sure as camp goes on and as you get closer to the date, the confidence just grows even more.
Yeah.
What have you been seeing in your studies with Devin Haney as you prepare for all the intricacies, as you train for what's to come to you? Why do you think Devin is more beatable now than what you thought or even earlier in camp?
I mean, I think everybody beatable, bro. You know, my favorite fighter is Mike Tyson, and you know, Buster Douglas beat him. You know, so you know, everybody's beatable, and Devin is definitely not a Mike Tyson at all. You know, so everybody's beatable. But you know, I'm always confident in myself, bro. I don't care who I fight, bro. I can fight Wilder, and I'm still gonna be confident. That's how I feel about myself. You know, I know what skills I got. I know what I can do. So. Yeah, that's just how I'm feeling. As far as and it's like with this camp, bro, I'm not really even worried about. I'm letting my coaches, you know, doing the study and all that stuff. I'm not really worried about, you know, what he's doing. For me, I feel like he has to worry about what I'm gonna do.
Absolutely. You're obviously trained by Bobby Benton, Julian Jua. You're here at the Brick House Boxing Club. What has even being in this atmosphere like in Los Angeles with so many other world-class champions training beside you?
It's just great, bro, because you know, it's like a whole team thing. You get that energy. You know, it's a different energy out here. You know, at first when I was in Texas, you know, I'm like the top guy. You know, I'm one of the top guys out here. But out here, you know, I'm still 2-time world champion, but you have so many other good fighters around you to feed off of. You even the guys that really didn't make it yet, these guys are still really good. The sparring partners I'm sparring with, they still are really good sparring partners that's gonna push me. And you know, that's why I spend most of my time out here. You know, but I go back and forth. You know, I go back and forth between Texas and in California. But like I said, it's the vibe. You know, everybody out here is just, you know, everybody's working. Everybody wants to be the best. You know, you was just talking to Scrappy. You know, he just came off a big knockout win. You know, he's really good, really skillful. Zerto just won, you know, and all these people is around us. Deontay Wilder trained here too. So everybody is here and everybody's kind of, you know, feeding off each other. And for me, that's what I want. That's what I need.
You know, you're obviously one of the best at 140 pounds. You're facing a fighter who's coming up from 135 to 140 to face you. A lot of boxers don't do that nowadays. They like to take a little feel-out fight to see how they feel at that new weight. Devin is going straight to the top to face you. He has to be commended for that. What do you feel that he was the best 135-pound fighter in the world?
Resume-wise, yes, because you can't argue with undisputed. You just can't argue with it. You know, resume-wise, yes. But at the same time, you still got Shakur, you got Tank. I think Tank is a better fighter. Shakur, you know, him and Shakur, you know, kind of on the same level. Some people say Shakur better, some people say he's better. You know, I don't know, but at the same time, resume-wise, you just can't argue undisputed. He was undisputed. He still is whatever undisputed at 135, so he has all the belts. So, you know, it's until they fight, you will never know. But resume-wise, yes.
We haven't found a person yet who's had a nice thing to say about Shakur's fight. What's your evaluation of his performance?
Let me say something nice about it. Since they can't, you know, I know Shakur, we cool and stuff like that. he had an off night. We have off nights. Everybody has off nights and stuff like that. Yeah, it was a shitty fight. You know, I guess I can say something nice and mean at the same time. You know, it was an off night for him. It was a bad night. It was a bad performance. You know, it was boring. I was watching it. Commentary was very, very biased. You know, I didn't like that. But at the same time, it was an off night. You know, everybody has them. The thing is with boxers, same thing. I had mine too. Before my last fight was a Gorilla, I was the best at one. Everybody said I'm the best at 140. I'm the most avoided fighter. This and that, this and that. Then I have a off night against a Gorilla, and that's all of a sudden, they washed up and they say all kinds of stuff like that. You know, like that's my identity. So you know, you can't just because you have an off night, people can't think that's your identity. It's not your identity. You just have an off night. In every other sport, they have off nights. They can go prove it, you know, a few nights later. With us, we have off night. You know, we have to wait a few months and stuff like that to be able to prove it again. So, Shakur had an off night. You know, I guarantee he'll come back better for sure.
You've been honest with your assessment too, saying you've had an off night with Zerillo.
Yeah.
As the fight is going on, do you realize yourself that you're not fighting at the peak of your powers?
Of course. You know, it's just frustrating. But like I said, you know, I mean, it was just a lot of things. Being in New Orleans, dealing with all the hometown stuff, you know, I did some things before the fight that I wasn't supposed to do. I did that stuff. We're not gonna talk about that, but and then, you know, it was the last minute replace. He came in 3 weeks. His game plan was just to run around. His coaches literally say that's what he was, just run around the ring so he can survive. And you know, and then at the same time, you just in the ring, you know, like, man, this is a shitty night. You know, it is. It's a shitty night. And you know, just I was in a fog and just, you know, never woke up from it. That's all. So but I know when I'm in the ring, yeah, you know, like, damn, this not me. You know, I don't feel good about this performance. I felt
With Devin Haney, he's obviously going to be a tough test for you. The odds makers have him as the betting favorite. You're going in there as the underdog.
right.
Why, outside of his jab, what else does he do well that everyone seems to pick him as the guy?
I don't know. Like I said, I just think that's because of one performance. I really think that's it. If I would have knocked Zerillo out, if I didn't even, matter of fact, take Zerillo out, if I didn't even fight Zerillo and I fight Devin, I'm pretty sure, you know, I don't be the favorite. But like I said, bro, I don't care. You know, I don't care about none of that stuff. None of that stuff don't matter to me, bro. Let them be the favorite. Let them be whatever. Bet y'all money, and we gonna take it.
You predicted knockout.
I predict I'm gonna beat him. To knock out 12 rounds, whatever, bro. I just predict I'm gonna beat him no matter what, bro. I just feel like I'm better all around. You know, people can say what they want about his jab and this and that. I'm not convinced by that, bro. I think a lot of people get convinced by that. Boxing fans, boxing media, they get convinced by a lot of stuff. I'm not convinced by it. I'm just not. You know, I'm not convinced by none of that shit he does. I just think I'm a better fighter all around. That's just it. Yeah, he's good. He's skillful. But he's never been there with somebody like me. And I know, you know, Bill was saying, I never been there with somebody like him, bro. He tries to fight like everybody's fighting like that right now. Literally, everybody's fighting the same way right now. So I've been there with people like him already before, you know. So I'm not convinced.
Do you think it's gonna be you're gonna make this a rough and rugged affair, very scrappy, make him uncomfortable, take him out of his comfort zone in order to win this fight, in order to dictate the terms?
I mean, maybe. You know, but it depends on like how the fight is playing out. You know, I don't know, bro. We'll see. We'll see if I need to do that. Maybe I need to do that. But I think that's conventional wisdom. That's what people, you know, would want me to do. He has a good team. He's gonna be thinking about the same thing. All right, they might come and try to beat up on me and stuff like that. But you know, we'll see. We'll see how the fight play out.
And lastly, message to your fans.
Man, thank y'all. December 9th, bro, on pay-per-view. Y'all tune in. If y'all not, bro, we in the lovely California. The fight is out here, so make sure y'all come. I think it should be. I think we sold like 12,000 tickets already right now, in maybe like a 16,000 seat arena. So it's getting there. So if y'all come, man, come show support, show love. It's definitely one of the biggest fights, and I think it is the biggest fight ending the year for sure. I don't think nothing else is bigger than that. That's gonna end off the year. So it's definitely one of the biggest fights. Y'all tune in, and we'll give y'all a good fight for sure.